I think few very competent brains has to gather together and try to find a way to contrast this abuse of power. And as I said, these are agents provocateurs all over the world, in Italy as well. I want to end my interview asking you about Italy, as you are Italian, as you said. I want to, Italian, you're original Italian. I want to ask you, because like other countries in the world, especially those of the EU, Italy is in the state of collapse because we have too much public debt. In fact, Italy, we had the highest number of COVID deaths in Europe. We have over 20 million retired people and over 20 million employed. We are inside the EU prison, so to speak, so we don't control our own currency. Therefore, we will soon be forced, in order to comply with the parameters of Brussels and not to be overwhelmed by the constant rise of inflation, to drastically reduce pensions and lay off millions of people. Either Draghi makes an authoritarian turn and forces Italy into the European stranglehold, or European Union falls. What do you think about that?
It's hard to, I don't know. They're going to, the global collapse is going to happen, and it's going to hit everybody almost equally. And that's when interest rates go up. It's as simple as that, as we see it. You're in negative interest rate territory. They're going to keep it going like that as long as they can. They don't care about a debt to GDP ratio. Look what's happening in America. You have a $30 trillion debt. And you know what they're saying? Don't worry about it. You know why? Because interest rates are so cheap, so we don't have to pay a lot to service the debt. That is the whole game. Whatever agreements they make, whatever they do, as I see it, people have to understand that money junkies are in charge. These people, they're drug dealers, they're money junkies, they're gamblers. People call them investors. When I was a young guy, there were no private equity groups. There were no hedge funds. These didn't exist. Again, you have there used to be a great comedian in America, George Carlin. Mm-hmm. He said it's one big club and you ain't in it.
Yeah, I heard that.
So what I'm saying is that they're going to come up, the club is going to come up with any scheme they could dream of to keep it going. So where they go, what they do, and how they do it, those are just details of the bigger picture. The bigger picture is, and I remember, I was in Italy, actually, when it happened, when they were off the lira and into the euro. I remember why. I was talking to older people, that were born in, during World War II and saw it. The line that they gave everybody and the line that they bought was that if they all unite under one currency, there won't be these terrible wars anymore.
Yes.
And people bought it.
Yeah, this was the
because it was the older generation, not mine. It was the older ones that made that happen, and they were the ones that sold that. And then you think of it again. I'm born right after World War II. It's not ancient history. Look how the world look at the destruction that's happened with the wars. This isn't ancient history. We have criminal minds in charge that'll do anything to stay in power. They're psychopaths, sociopaths, pathological liars, murderers and thieves. That's it. Dwight D. Eisenhower, the president that I mentioned, you could look it up. He said, any man that seeks the office of president is either an egomaniac or crazy.
Avete capito la situazione dell'Italia? L'ha spiegata magistralmente Gerard Cerente. Al prossimo video.